ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। Okay. 10th chapter. श्रीभगवानुवाच not audible.
Okay. श्रीभगवानुवाच
भूय एव महाबाहो
भूय एव महाबाहो
शृणु मे परमं वचः
शृणु मे परमं वचः
यत्तेऽहं प्रीयमाणाय
यत्तेऽहं प्रीयमाणाय
वक्ष्यामि हितकाम्यया
वक्ष्यामि हितकाम्यया
न मे विदुः सुरगणाः
न मे विदुः सुरगणाः
प्रभवं न महर्षयः
प्रभवं न महर्षयः
अहमादिर्हि देवानां
अहमादिर्हि देवानां
महर्षीणां च सर्वशः
महर्षिणां च सर्वशः
यो मामजमनादिं च
यो मामजमनादिं च
वेत्ति लोकमहेश्वरम्
वेत्ति लोकमहेश्वरम्
असम्मूढः समर्थ्येषु
असम्मूढः समर्थ्येषु
सर्वपापैः प्रमुच्यते।
सर्वपापैः प्रमुच्यते।
Yeah. So seeking blessings from our acharyas, Pujya Swami Dayananda ji and Bhagavan Sri Krishna, we are going to start the 10th chapter today. We pray that we enjoy the full blessings of all of them to complete this 10th chapter. Swami Omkaranandaji, when he completes the talk, he will say, we will continue it in the next class. Let us pray that he will allow us to meet again in the next class. Like that. so, so second Shatkam, by now we are familiar. First Shatkam, Tsampada Vicharaha. Second Shatkam, Tatpada Vicharaha, Ishvara Vicharaha. And first chapter of the Tsampada Vicharaha, Arjuna's sorrow, Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Second chapter, Sankhya Yoga. So Atma Tattvam was presented, Atma Swarupam. Then third chapter, of course, Karma Yoga, which is also meant for the Jiva. Atma, of course, Jiva. Arjuna's sorrow is Jiva's sorrow. Okay. And then fourth chapter is Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. Talks about Atma being Akarta. Akarta. Atma is Akarta. Jiva has to know that. And so Atma Akarta. Fifth chapter, Sannyasa Yoga. So that topic of renunciation was talked about by Sri Krishna. And sixth chapter, Atma Samyama Yoga, Adhyana Yoga. So talked about this Dhyanam and Nididhyasana, which is also meant for the Jiva. Therefore, first Shatka is all about the Jiva. And then from the seventh onwards, we started this Tatpada Vicharaha, where predominantly Bhagavan's glories are highlighted, Bhagavat Swarupam is highlighted. We saw that from the seventh chapter itself, Para Prakriti, Apara Prakriti. Para Prakriti is not Jiva Swarupa. And Apara Prakriti, you don't use those terms when we talk about Jiva. Okay, because it is Prakriti, it is Shakti, it is Maya. And therefore, Samashti, therefore Ishvara. And this chapter is very interesting. Vibhuti Yoga, glories of Ishvara, Bhagavad Vibhutayaha. Our goal is to appreciate Bhagavan as being all pervasive, means as manifest in this world. This entire world is not separate from Bhagavan. This is Advaita Vedanta. Nobody else talks like this. God created the world, they say. They don't say God manifested as the world. Okay, that's very unique, and that puts an end to all other inquiries also. Okay, so when that is being said, it's something to be understood. Heaven can be believed. Any types of heaven can be believed. I am a Sanatana Dharmi. I believe in Vaikuntha and Kailasa and other things, Indraloka, etc. Or I am some other religion. I will believe in some other heaven. This is pure belief because nobody has seen heaven, etc. Nobody can be asked to prove it also. You can say, I don't believe in all this. You can say, and then we can walk away. But यहाँ पर you can't walk away because constant questioning is there and constant answering is there, and we're analyzing it. Satyam Mithya is not to be believed. Satyam Mithya is to be understood. And so until that understanding takes place, and beyond that also, the journey is like that. Therefore, Jivan Mukti and all becomes unique for in this Advaita Vedanta. So in that journey, how do I appreciate Bhagavan in this world? All I know is this world. All I know is through my sense organs, whatever I appreciate, whatever I see, whatever I experienced in all my life, that is what is available to me. Through that, I have to understand Bhagavan. Because Bhagavan is aprameyam. Aprameyam is what? Not available for sense perception. Therefore, Shabda Pramanam, etc. Therefore, this chapter says, hey Krishna, look, hey Arjuna, okay, hey Mahabaho, he's going to say in the first shloka, we have not started it yet. He's going to say, yeah, you can also appreciate me in this world that you are in. Okay, you can appreciate me. there are mountain ranges. Mountains always create awe in human beings. You suddenly go and then you see big huge mountains. It looks as though you're entering the mountains, but then you're climbing the mountains. And then it looks as though you're going round and round the mountains, but really no, you're not going round around the mountains. You're just on the side of the mountain. They have carved the road like this. And it looks as though you're going round. No, you're not going round. There's no chance of going round the mountain. That's how big these ranges are. And so there's just awe. Whenever there is something awe inspiring like that, in our culture at least, you will find a temple. They will build a temple. That's it. Over. Now resort and these things are all modern phenomena. The resort and spa and all that. No, no. This is not our culture. The temple will be there. Wherever there is a mountain, there will be a temple. Because awe-inspiring means Bhagavan is there, right there. And therefore, how do you preserve that Bhagavan for our benefit? Put a temple. Mandir, Banao. So you go right here, mountains are there. And then you can see Subramanya. Subramanya loves to be on the hills, I think. And so, in Arupadai video and all, we have all these 6 homes of Subramanya, and they're all on mountains, Payani and all that. Amazing it is. So you just don't go and enjoy the scenery just like that and say, oh great, great. Bhagavan's glory is great. Like that, we use that opportunity to appreciate the vastness of Bhagavan, Ishvara. You stand in front of, go to the beach, it's enough. You don't have to go anywhere, just beach. If you're near a beach, then you're lucky, because you go to the beach and suddenly it's all water, water, water. Just awe-inspiring, breathtaking it is. Is it not? Breathtaking. Why? Because how can there be something like this? And water everywhere, and what massive waves are coming, going, and it is, you can't even describe. There are no words to describe it. So then you bring in Varuna Devata there. Temples are there. Beaches also, they will construct temples. And in tsunami time, I remember one of my friends and his wife, they were teaching. They're teaching south of Chennai on the beach. Villagers were all there. They were educating. They were teaching them. They were part of the village programs. And then this thing came. Tsunami is coming. This is a famous tsunami. Previously, we had not heard the word tsunami. Before that, like pandemic, pandemic. Nobody knows the word pandemic, and then until now, everybody says pandemic, pandemic. So tsunami comes. The tsunami blew away their car and everything. Lot of people, huts and all. Huts. People were living in huts. These people were sitting in the temple, and the temple was protected from the tsunami. And then all that. Then the rest is history. So there's something about the temples, and these days out Tamil Nadu, a lot of rains, monsoons, and we are seeing pictures of temples partially submerged. Sirgari temple submerged, Sattanada Kovil submerged. So this is just very sad to see these things. Submerged means partially submerged. Maybe Bhagavan has a message for all of us. But awe-inspiring. Whenever it's something awe-inspiring, then we use that as an opportunity to invoke Ishvara, invoke God in these kinds of things. Therefore, for us, nothing is secular. Now you understand this idea of secularism is a Western need. West needs that idea. We don't need this idea at all. Secularism. We are automatically secular. Therefore, you don't have to put another secularism on top of Sanatana Dharma. And because everything is Bhagavan's glory for us. And you go to the north, Yatra, they take Yatras, okay? And people from the north, they come south. People from south, they go to the north of India, I mean. And then you go Kailash, Badrinath, and all that. Kailash mountain, but we converted it into what? Shiva's home. We converted it into Shiva's home. So no, so that's it. You go to Kailash means you do Namaskar. That's it. Over. Hey, look at all these mountains, snow-capped mountains and all. Awe-inspiring. Another interesting thing. Rishikesh. Why is Rishikesh a sacred place? Hey, Ganga comes like this, and then she takes a turn like this. She takes a turn. So what if she takes a turn? It is like she's going back to the mother, to the source. Her source is Gangotri up there. And then she's coming down and then she's going up like this. Then she comes down, of course, further. That the going up place becomes sacred. Why? It is all of us are as though seeking to go back to our source. When we were happily sitting in the womb of the mother. Okay, no problem was there. So as though Ganga is doing that. So that Rishikesh becomes a sacred place. So like this, they'll find one way or the other to make it sacred. And so temples all over. Badrinath. You can't say I went to Badrinath and enjoyed the mountains. People will dismiss you. This fellow doesn't know anything about India. Badrinath, did you go to the temple or not? This is a question. We've seen that to WhatsApp, we see all these pictures. Now we even without going to Badrinath, you know the Badrinath temple. And so you should ask, have you gone to the temple there? Oh, I traveled through South India, Tamil Nadu. And then what? Very nice people and all. Okay, then what else did you see? Did you go to all these places? Chidambaram and Kanjipuram and all? Oh, should we go there? Yeah, those are the places you should go. That is Tamil Nadu. So, glory, that glory of Bhagavan is being praised here in this chapter. It's called Vibhuti Yoga. And see, and so that Vibhuti was introduced in 7th chapter itself, right? Rasoham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi shashishurya yoho. Like that he already introduced. Hey, the water is essential for taste, and whatever taste you say, that is my glory only. Like that he has introduced himself, Bhagavan. Rasoham apsu kaunteya prabhasmi shashishurya yoho. All this brightness that you say, you look forward to the brightness of the day. That looking forward is you're looking forward to seeing me, my glory, okay, my vibhuti, like that here already introduced. And then again, and then he there there was several shlokas that talk like that. Pranava sarva bhuteshu, shabdah khe paurusham rishu, etc. Right there in the 7th chapter, 8th, 9th, 10th, like that, you will see all that. But then here again a whole chapter is dedicated to this, okay. So here Shankaracharya introduces. I want to just read this. Let's see what he says. सप्तमे अध्याये भगवतः तत्त्वं विभूतयः च प्रकाशिताः नवमे च. So in the 7th chapter itself, Bhagavatah Vibhutaya, Bhagavan's glories, Vibhutis, were prakashita, were told, okay, were mentioned to Arjuna and Navamecha in the 9th chapter also. अथ इदानीं येषु येषु भावेषु चिन्त्यः भगवान् ते ते भावाः वक्तव्याः. Here also, wherever the glory of God is very obvious, okay, there also it should be told. Vaktavyaha, it should be told, he says. And then he says one more sentence. There's only one more sentence in the introduction. Tattvam cha bhagavatah vaktavyam must be told uktam api. Even though it has been told before, we have to tell it again. Why? Why? Durvigneyatvat. Because it is not, Bhagavan is not easy. It's not, we don't appreciate this. It takes a while to appreciate. Therefore, it has to be told again. Like that he says. Durvigneyam means suddenly your mind will go to there, it will go there. Correct. Kata Upanishad. So, what does he say? Devairatra pivichikitsatam pura nahi suvigneyam anuresha dharma. Like that he says that. So, suvigneyam. And therefore, Shankaracharya says it has to be told again. And Swamiji says repetition of something is a defect in teaching. Defect. You should not keep on saying the same thing again and again. Even children will get upset. What is this? This guy is gone. 2 weeks back he said the same thing. Last week he said the same thing. Today also, mom, he's teaching the same thing. So repetition is not acceptable in teaching, unless you have to bring a context and then take it out. But you don't keep on harping on the same thing again and again. Like my math teacher in one of my classes, 10th class or something, or ninth class, and kept on doing quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. 6 months later, we are still doing quadratic equation. And my physics teacher is appalled. We don't know much. And physics teacher is appalled. He said, wait a minute, my next class is going to depend on this man's teaching. And so my physics teacher started teaching mathematics. That's how compassionate he was. My God. So there it's not acceptable. Here, Shankaracharya says, Durvijneyatvat, because this is, we are not used to this. We're not listening to these things from childhood. And therefore, um, Swamiji says it's not a repetition, is not a, is required in our Shastram. And so, and therefore, the chapter is rightly called Vibhuti Yoga. Okay, so here the first shloka which we have just chanted, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, Bhuya eva Mahabaho, Shrunume Paramam Vachaha, Yatteham Priya Manaya Vakshami Hitakamnyaya. He is telling why I need to, why you should listen to my Vibhuti. He's giving that here. Okay, he's telling us that. Mahabaho, He Mahabaho. Okay, Mahabaho literally means mighty armed person, mighty armed person. Maha, he uses the word Maha, something great about you, something great about the person. So already he starts Vibhuti Yoga by praising Arjuna. Okay, saying that, hey, you are Mahabaho, but that glory is also me. If you feel you're so happy that people are looking up to you, that glory is my glory, my dear Arjuna, Mahabaho. Later on, he's going to say in this chapter, what is he going to say? In 37th verse, he's going to say, Vrishninam aham Vasudevaha, and then Pandavanam Dhananjaya is going to say. He's going to make Arjuna feel really good by saying, among the Pandavas, I am you. Like that, he's going to say. I mean, how many people, how many of us are going to hear like that? But that's going to happen later. But here, Mahabaho and Shrunu Bhuya Eva Shrunu. Bhuya Eva Shrunu. Paramam Vachaha. Me Paramam Vachaha. Shrunu, listen. Listen. Lot. Okay. Lot Lakara. Shrunu, listen. Listen. Me Paramam Vachaha. To my words which are Paramam. My words which are Paramam. We need to understand what is this Paramam. Paramam can be many things depending on context. Great, supreme, big, all this is possible. But here Paramam is obviously because we are talking about Param Brahma, that Param, beyond which there is nothing, that kind of Param. And so some books will say supreme and all that. Okay, fine. So we don't use those words here because it gives you some kind of, you begin imagining things about supreme and all. No, everybody is that way we'll say everybody is supreme. Is that acceptable? So Paramam Vachaha. So listen to my words through which you can understand Param Brahma. That is the indication here. Paramam Vachaha. And Bhuya eva shrunu. Bhuyaha means punaha. Once again. Once again you listen to this. To my glory. Because Krishna remembers what he said. Arjuna may have forgotten what Krishna said. But Krishna seems to remember. 7th chapter I told you. But anyway, I will repeat. Okay. Vakshyami. I will tell you. Okay, I will tell you. Yatte aham priyamanaya vakshyami. Hitakamyaya. I will tell you. Yat, that I will tell you. Okay, so Surendraji is saying India's supercomputer was named Param. Okay, okay. Yeah, these are all very important words in our Shastra. So important that everybody else has to borrow these words. There's no other choice. So, um, I will tell. I will tell you. Okay. Te. Yat te. Te means you. To you, I am going to say Vakshami. And what kind of you? Priyamanaya. You, the one who is happy. One who is happy. It looks like you're happy. I mean, Krishna is not making up any words here. And you who seem to be happy. So far, you've been enjoying what I've said. 9 chapters have gone, and you seem to be, you're not upset or anything like that. You're not confused, and you're asking questions as and when. And now you seem to be quite happy also. So, Priyamanaya, that happy. Because these words cannot make somebody sad. That's the idea. Idea is Bhagavad Gita is meant to remove sadness. Sochyan anva sochastvam, and then last shloka of Bhagavad Gita, ma shuchaha. Therefore, it removes sorrow. And here, visibly, it looks like Arjuna is pleased also to hear all these things. Why? Because just a few chapters ago, like namely the first chapter, Arjuna was not a happy person. Okay, what does he say? Arjuna is this thing. Swajanam hi katam hatva sukinaha syam janardana. Hey, how can we be happy killing our own people? He's asking. Arjuna is asking this question. And then kulakshaye kritam dosham mitradrohe cha patakam. Kulakshaye, this kulakshaya is going to happen. The entire lineage is going to get destroyed. And mitradrohe, I am going to betray all my friends. Like this, these kinds of papas we are going to get. And he's talking about Duryodhana also. And then kulakshaye kritam dosham pranashyanti. Alla kulakshaye pranashyanti.
मित्रद्रोहे च पातकम्
मित्रद्रोहे च पातकं कुलक्षये प्रणश्यन्ति कुलधर्माः सनातनाः. He says, hey,
धर्मे निष्ठे
Sanatana Dharma is going to get affected with this war. Strishu Dushtashu, he's going to say all that. And so this society will get so mauled, badly damaged, that it's going to be difficult to come out of it. That is his idea, this thinking. And this hero was in despair. He was in despair. And this kind of Arjuna nobody must have seen. And that's what later on in second chapter Krishna says. What is this? What is this? What kind of person I'm seeing? You know, you're neither male nor female. And so that's the Arjuna. And here, look at that. Priyamanaya. You seem to be happy, okay, with what I'm saying. You seem to like what I'm saying. Therefore, I will tell you. And why should I tell you all this? Hita kamyaya. Hitam means benefit. Hita means benefit. Now, before we go there, this Shankaracharya says something here. This Priyamanaya, okay? He says, Mad Vachanat Tvam Ativa Priyase, he says. You seem to be happy with what I'm saying. And then he gives an example. Amritam Piban Iva. He's using that word. As though, like the person who has drunk Amrita is happy, like that you seem to be happy. Like that, Shankaracharya is saying. And see, here, when you give an illustration, an example, that example must be understandable by everybody, right? That's why it's an example. Otherwise, it's not an example. But Amritam Piban, how that can be an example? How many people have drunk Amrita? Amrita cannot be used as an example. But he uses it as an example. You know why? Because our entire...
Huh? There is a Amrita from Kodak company. Is very popular
drink
scotch. Yeah, I think that is very popular. Amrit.
Okay. Yeah. So they use this word. That is because our Puranas are filled with this Amrita. And they made it so popular that every child also will know what Amrita is. Because they're all drinking and then Devas are drinking. Should the asuras drink or devas drink? All these fights go on, So all this Amrita has become very popular. The what is it? The most popular unknown thing is Amrita, correct? And so, but Shankara is using it as an example. Amritam Piban Iva. And it's okay. So we appreciate Amrita. And so Swamiji says, anything that is good for you, anything that is good for you is absolutely tasteless. Or it has pungent taste, or the smell. He says, Swamiji says, you have to close your nose only and drink it. Because this is good for you. We can't help it. Right? Doctor prescribed, doctor recommended. And doctor recommended stuff is never good. Means good for your health, but otherwise never good. The other day, Kashaya, we made some Kashaya, and our caregiver said, no, I'm not going anywhere near it. So some people can't handle Kashaya. Some people love to drink Kashaya. And so Amrita is a very unique category because not only it's good for your health and well-being, it is good for your taste buds and also it's very good. Okay. So hitakamyaya, hitam means beneficial, kama desire. So hitakamyaya, I am telling this to you with an intention, with a desire to give you some benefit. हितकाम्यया. हित is काम. In Hindi they say hit. तुम्हारे हित में है बेटा. So it is your benefit, they say. And so hitakamyaya. So what benefit can there be from this if you say? Well, Krishna doesn't. We are really talking about Brahma Vidya. Brahma Vidyayam. So the Brahma Vidya is the greatest benefit. Shreyas is the greatest benefit. Shreyas. And so that Shreyas, that Mahavakyam Tattvamasi, understanding that is going to be your greatest benefit, Arjuna. And with that desire, with the desire to give you that benefit, I am going to tell you. And can there be any benefit for Krishna in this? Mutual benefit, I tell you something, then you benefit, then I also benefit some other way, so this is how we do, we operate. And so, but Krishna also, is he operating like that? No, Krishna doesn't operate, because in the third chapter he already said, Name Parthasti Kartavyam Trishu Lokeshu Kinchana. Hey Partha, there is nothing to be done for me. I'm done. I'm just hanging around here. I got stuck here, and just I'm spending my time until my time also will get over. So I'll be here. So Name Parthasti Kartavyam. Trishu Lokeshu. And there's no job for me anywhere in this world, in this entire universe. Trishu Lokeshu Kinchana. Nana Vaptam Avaptavyam. Vartayeva cha karmani, like that he says that. So therefore, Krishna has no benefit from all these things. And then of course the vibhuti, the importance of vibhuti is there, because hitam is there. Talked about hitam. What kind of benefit can there be? So whenever we recognize, we attribute our accomplishments to Bhagavan, what will happen is our pride will automatically go down. Means we are not going to say I did it, this ahankara. Ahankara is what is there between me and Bhagavan. Really speaking, nothing else is there between me and Bhagavan. Ahankara is just standing right there. It's what blinds me. Any human being. That ahankara has to be sublated somehow sublated. And so that's what happens through this kind of a vision. That ahankara is needed for self-esteem. Ahankara is needed for a child. Ahankara is important. You have to make the child feel that you are doing very good things and you're a very capable person. That feeling is so important for every human being. But that's it. Once that feeling is there, self-esteem is obtained, then after that I don't need self-esteem. I don't need a reason to get more self-esteem. We need to be careful what we say here. Once self-esteem is there, then you are ready to handle anything and then handle the greatest vision also. Greatest vision says, hey, you are not dependent on your self-esteem. Atma is not dependent on self-esteem. Can I handle the statement? Then you give up all this idea of self-esteem and accomplishment, and somebody insulted me, therefore I am depressed. So I don't need to do that. I can't do that. I can't afford. Once I have the self-esteem, I can't keep on obsessing over some person. Correct? Or some people, this and that, parents, mother, father, and this. So slowly I come out of all that. This thing gives us that opportunity. That I don't need, I cannot keep on holding on. Some he did like this, she did like this, they did like this so many years back and all that. After some point, is a psychology. It is psychologist. You visited the psychologist and you got all these ideas. Then after that, you don't hold on to those ideas because those ideas, okay, at that moment it was good, but after that you can't keep on blaming your parents. I learned it the hard way. I told Swamiji this. My mother is like this, father is like this. And Swamiji said, yeah, that's how they are. What are you going to do about it? It came as a shock. I thought he will, empathize with me and all that. Swamiji, you're saying something different right now. I thought that's it. Then I understood. You can't keep on complaining about people. You have to accept people. Shastram is there. It's telling you. It's going. This is the approach you have to take. It says. Therefore, then now what? Correct. You can't be a crybaby all the time. It's convenient to keep on complaining about others, but after some point you say, yeah, I need to come out and I need to do whatever is right. And so whatever it takes, it gives me the strength to do what is right. And so therefore Swamiji also says that all this pride and arrogance and all that will go away, and then that paves the way. That paves the way for me to sit in the class and appreciate the vision. And and so please listen. Please listen to me. Don't say, don't say I will Google it. I have some PDF files. I look it up. Don't say. I listen to me because next sentence is going to say that Aham Adi and all. He will say, hey, everybody is just an imitation, and you go with the original. Okay, only I know who I am. Okay, like that. He's going to say next. So we'll reserve it for the next one. Okay. So what time is it? Okay, so we chanted the second shloka, and so we don't have to do that. So name viduhu suraganaha prabhavam cha maharshayah ahamahi. Okay, I need to translate this, is it not? Yeah. Okay, let's translate shloka number 1. Okay. Sri Bhagavan said, Sri Bhagavan said, indeed, comma, Arjuna, comma, the mighty armed. Indeed, Arjuna, the mighty armed. Okay, exclamation mark, for your benefit, comma, तुम्हारे हित के लिए, for your benefit, comma, listen again to my words. Listen again to my words. Again. So, when I said when I went to US, again I said, then they said, what? Again? They said, no. Oh, again. Then I said, oh, again. Okay, again. So slowly I switched from again to again. Then I came back to India. I became again. Okay, so again is comfortable in India. That's about it. So anyway, listen again to my words, revealing the limitless. Revealing the limitless, comma, which I will tell you. which I will tell you, comma, who is pleased. I will tell you, comma, who is pleased. Who is pleased, within brackets, by my words, within brackets, by my words, or by my teaching. So indeed, Arjuna, the mighty armed, for your benefit, listen again to my words, revealing the limitless, comma, which I will tell you, comma, who is pleased with or by my words. Okay, so now we'll go to the second shloka. So now he's further telling why. He's telling us why you don't go after some other imitation. Don't go. Directly listen to me. He's going to say why. Okay, and he says, Suraganaha, all these people, Suraganaha, Maharshayaha, na me viduhu. They don't know me. They don't know me. Devas also don't know me. Okay, Devas don't know me. Don't say God appeared in front of me and did this, did that. No, all that is chodo. Just you are my friend. Okay, you've been with me for a long time, so that is there. And then now you're looking at me as Ishvara. So this is a conversation between Bhagavan and Jiva. Okay, and so listen to me. Name, because Name viduhu. They don't understand. Who are they? Suraganaha and Maharshayaha. They don't know me. And we will often quote our Upanishad, Kenopanishad, in this context. Correct? Kenopanishad. What happened? Vijaye. What happened? What does it say there? I'm forgetting some shlokas here. Brahmaha, Devaha, Vijaye, Amahiyanta. Right? Amahiyanta. These Devas, they were victorious in some context, and they started celebrating. And then Asmakam eva Vijayaha. This is our victory. Like that, they were getting intoxicated. Okay, you are victorious. Now go back and do your work. No, so they're just celebrating. So all this wine and this were just flowing left and right. And then what? Then Yakshaha Pradur Bhabuva. Suddenly there is some bright light in front of them. Pradur Bhabuva. And then what happened? Tanna Vyajanata Kimidam Yakshamiti. They didn't know what happened. They didn't know what happened, but there's a bright light in front. And Devas not knowing is not heard of. Devas should know everything. They're all knowing. But sorry, in this case, they did not know. In this case, they did not know. So then what happened? Then they called Agni. Te Agni Mabruvan. Hey, Jataveda, go and find out who this Yaksha is. Kimidam Yakshamiti. Then Agni said, Tatheti, Tathastu, like that he said, I'll find out. So then Agni came in front of this Yaksha. And then suddenly he heard a voice, Kosi, Kosi, Kahasi, Tvam Kahasi, who are you? Said, who is this? Who is asking me who I am? The whole world knows me, okay? Agni, who does not know Agni? Fire. And so Kosi. So Agnirva, Ahamasmi. And then I am Agni. And then Jata Vedova, Jata Vedaha va Ahamasmi. I am also the one from whom the Vedas came out. Like that, there is a story, Purana story is there. Jata Veda, that's why my name is Jata Vedaha. Okay, don't you know that? And okay. Tasmin Stvai Kim Viryamiti. Tell me what is your, tell me something great about you. Something great. We generally, when we introduce ourselves, we have to tell something. I'm this and that. At least I'm related to this person, that person. We have to say. So we connect. We connect. So tell me something great about you. What's your resume? Show me your resume. This is what Yaksha is asking Agni. Agni said, Agni not bad, he didn't get upset. He said, Api yadidam sarvam prithivyam, whatever is there in this world, daheyam, daheyam. I can burn everything. I can finish it off. And then, so he said, then the Yaksha said, okay, this blade of grass you please take. Then daha, burn it. And then sarva javena dagdum na shashaka. So with all might, he tried his best, Agni, and then this blade of grass did not burn. Agni just got the scare of his life. He just ran away from there. He just came back and reported it to Indra. Indra is the leader of gods. And then like this the story goes. So then Vayu came. Same dialogue happens. Vayu. And Vayu introduces himself. He says, Aham Vayu, and I'm also called Matarishwa. This shows that everybody wants to tell about their fame. Vayu also wants to say something about himself. I'm Matarishwa. Matarishwa. Matari Shwayati iti Matarishwa. Matarishwa means I am the one who is roaming freely in the Akasha, actually. Who goes places in the Akasha. Sometimes I go softly, sometimes I go fiercely also. Like that. Like that, the story is there. So, like this, we have numerous stories. Purana stories are there, but we love to quote Upanishad story because we are all students of Upanishad, and so we should, whenever opportunity we get, we should review the Upanishad. So, like that, it's very obvious. Then Indra comes. Then finally, Indra recognizes the problem. He prostrates. Then Parvati comes. Uma Devi teaches Indra Brahma Vidya. This is Kena Upanishad. Therefore, look at this. Suraganaha name viduhu. Even these Suraganas, these all hosts of devas, they don't know me. Okay. And then what? Then Prabhavam na Maharshayaha. Even Maharshis don't know me. Even Maharshis don't know me. And why they don't know me? Why they don't know me? Because I am Adihi. I am Adihi. I am the Adi. One meaning is I am the first. I'm Adihi. I'm the first. That's right. That's one meaning. I'm Adihi. Plus, you can be first, but here Adi means cause. I am the Karanam of all these people. Because of me, they all came here. Okay, they are a product. They're all products. I am the cause here. Okay, and therefore, how good can a product be? Okay, they can only know a fraction of what I know. A fraction. Maharshaya. Okay, and the story of this Brahmaji's birth also is there in our Purana. Brahmaji came and he appeared on the lotus from the navel of Vishnu. Like that, there is a story. Navel of Vishnu. Then what happened? Brahmaji was there, but no creation was not there yet. Therefore, it seems it was all dark. And Brahmaji got scared. Some fear was there. And then Vishnu gave him the Vedas. Gave him Vedas and then taught him. And then Brahmaji understood. My God, everything that is here is me. What am I afraid of? Like that he thought, it seems. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says that. Everything is me. And so there's nothing to fear. Nothing to fear. I can fear only if there is something other than me. So, Dvitiyadhi bhayam bhavati, like that Upanishad says. Dvitiyadhi. When I say I'm afraid, that means what? I'm afraid of something else. When something else itself is not there, then where is the question of fear? That is what even Brahmaji had to be taught, my dear friend. And so, this what to talk of all these devas and maharshis and all that. And so they are just a small fraction, and they also have to understand all these things. And so that is the message that is given here. And it's a popular mantra. Yo Brahmanam vidadhati purvam. Yo Brahmanam vidadhati purvam. Tagum vidadhati purvam. Vedagascha prahinoti tasmai. So after Brahma was created by Vishnu, Vedagascha. So all the Vedas were taught to Brahma. Okay. Tagam Hadevam Atma Buddhi Prakasham Mumukshurvai Sharanamaham Prapadye. Tagam Devam. That Deva which created all the, use the word Deva here. That Deva here means self-effulgent being. That being which created Brahmaji also. Which is what kind of Deva? Atma Buddhi Prakasham. That which is self-evident and which lights up the entire minds and all jivas. Atma Buddhi Prakasham Mumukshur Vai Sharanamaham Prapadye. I am a Mumukshu. I do Sharanagati to that Deva. That Deva which caused all these things. Which is the Ajaha, which is Atma, which is Brahma. Okay. So like that there is a mantra in Shvetashvatara Upanishad. Okay. And so Brahmaji was ignorant, he became knowledgeable. So here Krishna is reminding Arjuna, you are not ordinary Arjuna. You know why? Because you are getting a chance to listen to this from the horse's mouth, as they say in English, from the horse's mouth. Means nobody better than me is there to teach you this particular subject. And so the summary is that even gods and rishis do not know my glory. So let's look at the translation. Sarvashaha, there is one more word, Sarvashaha, I missed. Okay? Literally means in all ways. Sarvashaha means in all ways. Always. I am the Adi in all ways. I am the cause in all ways. Is what? Two kinds of karanams we know now. Two kinds of karanam. What are the two kinds of karanams?
Nimitta Karanam, Upadana Karanam.
Nimitta karanam and upadana karanam. Nimitta karanam, upadana karanam is there. In every object that we create, it is true. Whether it is a car or a pot or a phone or a simple, these boys, children play with this. They make an airplane out of a piece of paper like this. In WhatsApp, very interesting. Other day I was telling somebody how to use WhatsApp, and the send button, it's like this plane, this icon looks like that. The aircraft little thing. So send, I mean, send it right within seconds, it's out there. Okay, that's the idea. Very interesting. These people are creative. And so even that little small thing that we play around with our children, that requires a creator and requires material. Everybody knows, child also knows this very well. But sarvashaha yahan pe is very important. There it is bhinna nimitta upadana karanam. Bhinna means nimitta karanam. Creator is different from the material. But here it's not. It is not. It is what? Yatha urnanabihi srijate grinnate cha. Mundaka Upanishad says that. And then yatha, just like the spider spins the web out of itself. It doesn't borrow anything. Just an example, which is very interesting. It spins the whole web out of itself. It just goes. And then it just that entire shape of this multi-polygon shape it is doing, and you just then stops. Then tick 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 tick, then goes like that. Have you seen that? It's very interesting. And then once in a while you see it hanging like this also. And then you go towards it, and then it goes back. It just draws the whole web in itself. It draws the web into itself. Layakarta. That Urnanabi is a Layakarta, not just Srishtikarta, Sthitikarta also, and Layakarta. Very brilliant example it is. Upanishad is going to quote that. And so, Karanam means Sarvashaha, very tricky word. In all ways means I create everything and all you can say. But Paramarthanandaji reminds us, Nimitta Karanam, Upadana Karanam, Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karanam. Correct? Both Karanams which are centered in the same being, same consciousness. That kind of Karanam I am Adihi. So let's look at the translation here. Neither the gods nor the great sages. neither the gods nor the great sages know my origin. Know my origin within quotes, because I am the cause of the gods. I am the cause of the gods and the great sages. I am the cause of the gods and the great sages in all respects. In all respects. Full stop. So that word, remember that. So the word comes twice. Suraganaha is in the first line. Then the same thing replaced by Devaganaha or Devana. Okay, Deva. Both are identical. Maharshayaha and then Maharshina. Okay, so that's why we are using the words two times here. Neither the gods nor the great sages know my origin, comma, because I am the cause of the gods and the great sages in all respects. Full stop.
Repeat.
Huh?
Can you please repeat?
Neither the gods nor the great sages know my origin, because I am the cause of the gods and the great sages in all respects. Yeah. Om swasti prajabhyah paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahishaah go brahmanebhyah shubhamastu nityam lokas samastas sukhino bhavantu kale varshatu parjanyah पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ